Whenever this issue of police brutality comes up on the show, I'm usually very over the top and caustic, and I have I have little respect for police, and there's a couple of reasons why. Because they're half turned the screw away from being criminals themselves, all of them. Like, if you know criminals, you know that about cops, that the people who become cops aren't necessarily, they don't ever do it for the right reasons, right?
Okay,
I'll tell you this. Well, let me say this. Let me finish my point before you rebut me. I had a lot of cops email me saying that I became a cop because I wanted to help my blah, 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 blah. I want to do the right thing, and I want to serve my community. And I'm like, really? You turned down that job at NASA so you can spend your days cracking heads of peaceful protesters and writing parking tickets? No, you didn't. You took that job because it's the best fucking job you could get with your level of education. You don't give a shit about your community, okay? Because if somebody offered you twice the money, you would quit that stupid fucking job and you would stop cracking heads for a living. But maybe you wouldn't. It's because you dig it so much. And those are the kind of people who become cops. They go, oh, it's just a small percentage of cops who do stuff like this. Did you see all those fucking cops standing around them watching a lady who was having a seizure and they didn't even uncuff her? So that's what's wrong with cops. And this whole goddamn country, from coast to coast, cops crack the heads of innocent protesters on Occupy Wall Street. So if you're a cop and you're going to email me about what I'm saying right now, please start with an apology for your profession for fucking cracking the heads of innocent protesters exercising their constitutional rights, okay? Because that's what your profession did. And nobody's ever apologized for it, and they should.
The comparison that Jimmy made with politicians, I think a lot of people do go into politics thinking, I'm going to change the world, I'm going to represent my people, I'm going to represent my community, I'm going to help because there's a position of influence and legislation. And then they get in there and they find out what they're involved with. It causes them to maybe kowtow to banks, kowtow to rich people, because they have to, again, we go back to wolf-pack.com, because they have to keep on trying to get money just to get reelected. I think a lot of people get into the police force thinking, I want to protect my community, I hate bullies, I'm going to stop the bad guys. And a lot of them get in there and then it becomes this cabal of people that really start watching each other's ass, and they feel like it's us against the community.
Yes.
And next you know, they have this mentality. When they went in there with good intentions, this mentality, we got to get them before they get us.